back, relax, and catch up on the happenings around the league. It's the Elite Wire with Bradley.
Hello, Madden Elite. Welcome. Welcome to a new episode of the Elite Wire. How has your day been today? My day's been pretty good. I'm enjoying a juice box. You see, when I do good things in life, when I accomplish great feats, I reward myself. And I've accomplished a great feat today. And I'm rewarding myself with a juice box. So I recommend to you guys that when you do something good in life, when you do something great, take a moment, pause, reflect, celebrate, grab a juice box. Okay, grab a juice box. Or I guess it's a juice pouch. Grab a juice pouch and just enjoy it. Because like if you don't take a moment to celebrate your victories, then I don't know. And I had a great victory today. And in honor of this great victory, I've changed my name in Discord from Bradley to the Slayer of Jeff because I beat Jeff. And this is another reason you don't want to be a Jeff, because Jeff loses to me and you don't want to lose to me. But people should get used to losing to me because next cycle, Mac Jones is going to run the table. He's going to run the table, and I'm going to be owning my division, and I'm going to be a consistent playoff team next cycle. So y'all just better get ready for it. Y'all just better get ready for it. And you know who's probably not going to be a consistent playoff team next cycle? If you're thinking I'm probably going to say Jeff, I mean that's just I'm listen. I actually like Jeff. Jeff is pretty cool. Jeff, you need to get on the show sometime. Maybe next week we can have you on the show and we can talk about the time I beat you. I would like to talk about that, and maybe we could also talk about the time you beat me. I don't know. I mean, we can talk about it. It's fine. But it's not Jeff. I'm throwing shade to right now. We got to talk about someone that's probably not going to be a consistent playoff team next cycle. And that somebody, as much as I love this guy, it is what it is. Like, I can't biasly be like, this guy's good, he's going to be in the playoffs every time. Because, I mean, we got to report the truth, okay? Somebody who's not going to be a consistent playoff team next cycle, it's going to be Jew, okay? Let's take a moment and reflect over, I want to take a moment and reflect over a game I recently had with Jew. In this game, as you can see, he won big, okay? He won big right here. We're at like 2:09 left in the game, and he's up 41-8. Like, he's got it in the bag, and he's completely held me to nothing. I want to take a moment. I want you all to relive this moment with me, okay? It's little mistakes like these why Jew is not going to be a consistent playoff team. So here we go.
Yeah,
it's a fourth down,
would have
right?
strongly been
He's
preferred. Don't take anything positive
so, like,
at this point.
I'm punting to him, right?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Just killed me, 41-0. It's a punting situation. I come out ready to punt. Let's watch this. I come out ready to punt.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particular.
Oh, it's a fake. He faked it. He faked it. He couldn't go all the way. No, he gets stopped. That was pretty easy. Why don't more people run fake punts? Because I converted that super easy. Like, I'm going to have to start pulling that out more. Like, if I had the opportunity, I would have done it to Jeff, right? I didn't know. So he lets me get the fake punt. He's unable to defend my fake punt. We have like a minute 40 left or something. The clock stopped. I'm going to come out in a four verts play. Here we are, empty backfield. I'm out in a four verts. This play is beautiful. Drops back to pass. He just throws the ball up, hoping for a miracle. Pulls it in despite the pass interference, breaks 3 tackles, and does a spinning flip into the end zone. The disrespect is real. Jew, I hope you really enjoyed those 2 plays, because I did. I loved them. I savored every moment. Those 2 plays right there was the beginning of the end of Jeff. Jeff, you want to know why you lost? You lost because Jew let me build up momentum going into our game. So, Jeff, if you're angry because you lost, don't be angry with me. You need to take it up with Jew. Jew is the reason you lost. Good job, Jew. Everybody, hand clap for Jew. Hand clap for Jew. All right. Anyways, on more serious notes, there's something that we've been building up and talking a lot about in the last few wires, and that is the potential of Beeman going 16-0. So this segment we are calling the Beeman Watch. This is the Beeman Watch. Strength of schedule, Beeman has one of the easiest schedules in the league. When we saw this in the beginning of the season, I said Beeman is destined to go 16-0. How does it look for Beeman right now? Well, thank you for asking. Let's take a look. Right now, Beeman is currently sitting at 11-0. Will Beeman go 16-0? I think he's going to do it. He said when I first said this that he had been jinxed by me saying this. Has he been jinxed? I don't think he has. Okay, we were trying to pull a Beeman schedule, but we pulled up the schedule of the entire league. So let's pivot a moment. Daddy Leagues is stupid. I definitely did not hit San Fran. Okay, here we are. Seahawks schedule. Let's take a look at how things are looking for Beeman. So, at this present moment, Beeman has left on his schedule Gumbo, that will be a win. He has Terob, that will be a win. And then he plays South and Konyu. Those 2 games are question marks. Then he has Terob again, that will be a win. He has Slow, that will be a win. And then he has Lou, that is a question mark. So looking at the rest of Beeman's schedule, there are only 3 games that concern me. And I'm halfway tempted to take the South game off of it, because while I believe South has what it takes to compete at the very top of the league, I don't think he's invested in it. I might be wrong, but it is what it is. And also, I don't think the Konyu we see right now playing in this season is the Konyu we seen playing last season. I think Beeman is going to roll over Konyu. So out of the 2 question marks, there's really only one that makes me scratch my chin. And did I say Lou in week 17? It's true talent in week 17. I think the indicator on how that game is going to go, I think that week 17 game could be one of the best games we see all season. But I think really the thing that's going to set the tone to it is what is true talent situation going to look like. He's in that tough NFC North. There's a chance we'll come to the playoffs, and he's already in. His spot's guaranteed. There's a chance we'll come to that week 17. And he might still be fighting for his division. There might be a chance we'll come that week 17, and he might be fighting for a wild card. There's a chance we'll come to that week 17, and he won't even be in playoff contention. And I think the only way Beeman is going to get the true challenge that he deserves from true talent is if True has to win that game. If it's not a game he has to win, and he doesn't have that extra zeal, that extra fire going into it, Beeman's got more to play for. That 16-0 record. And it's also possible we'll hit that week and Beeman's already lost some games. So, I mean, it could go a plethora of different ways, but the ideal situation is week 17. We have a 15-0 Beeman colliding with a true talent that has to have that win. That's the ideal situation. We'll cross our fingers and see how it plays out, though. So, we're over here talking about Beeman going 16-0, right? we are basically like giving the NFC to Beeman. So while we're giving the NFC to Beeman, what does the AFC look like? Well, let's take a moment and look over the AFC. Who is the toughest division in the AFC? The toughest division in the AFC is hands down the AFC North, and I believe they've reclaimed the toughest division in the league title from the NFC North. Estrada's still he's disappointing us. He started things a lot stronger than how we'd seen him right out the rest of the cycle, but that AFC North, it is hands down the toughest division in the league. However, we title it the toughest division in the league, the toughest division in the AFC. They don't have the 1 seed in the AFC. Right now, it looks like the teams competing for the 1 seed are the Chargers, Show, and Doc and his Titans. And on the note of Chargers and Show being a potential number 1 seed, look at second place in the AFC West. Red is at 5-6. Red, you don't get a juice box. No juice box for Bread. Bread, you've got nothing to celebrate. You've got nothing to celebrate right now. 5-6. 5-6. Bread. What? How? Listen, Bread, you making playoffs and falling short pretty quick in the playoffs. Like, I can defend that. We can work around that. But 5-6, you're below 500. If playoffs were today, Bread, you would not be in the playoffs. Do you understand that, Bread? If the playoffs were today, you wouldn't be in them. You right now, if playoffs were today, you're completely out of contention. Now, the season's not over, Bread. You can still turn this around, but I can't defend this. Freight Train, tier 4, tier 3 maybe? Are we putting Bread in tier 3? Is that maybe what we're doing right now, Freight? I don't know. But anyways, the top teams in the AFC, Chargers and Titans. No surprise. Chuck is right on their heels at 8-4. But let's say playoffs were today. Who would the Super Bowl be? Well, considering I had previously picked Bread to go to the Super Bowl, and he's not even in contention for playoffs right now. Who we going to the Super Bowl for the AFC? Well, I have to look to the top 2 teams in the AFC right now. Show and Doc. So on paper, Show's team is 87 overall. Doc's team is 83 overall. Let's look at their quarterback play. I want to look at their quarterback play. of these 2 teams. So we have to, I don't want schedules, I want stats. Okay, so looking at their stats, Justin Herbert for the Chargers, he is 221 out of 328. He's completed 67.4% of his passes, 4,549 yards. Obviously, he's breaking 5,000 yards on the season. He has 40 touchdowns to 31 interceptions. So he has a lot of crap going for him. This is super impressive. Eckler on the ground behind him, 127 attempts, 680 yards, 12 touchdowns. The main thing that concerns me about these stats is 31 touchdowns. 31 touchdowns. He's played how many games? 12 games. It's more than 2 interceptions a game. This is a huge concern. Flipping over to Doc and his Titans. Jalen Hurts is 160 out of 232 attempts, a 69% completion percentage. I like that. Only 17 touchdowns. However, he only has 6 interceptions. 6 interceptions, 12 games. That's 1 interception every other game. And then Derrick Henry behind him, 186 attempts, 1,069 yards, 10 touchdowns. You know, we've given Doc a lot of heat. We've given Doc a lot of heat for being like one-dimensional, ground and pound with Derrick Henry. With the numbers that he's putting up this season. With the numbers that Doc is putting up this season. My official prediction right now, since Brett is out of contention, the Season 5 Super Bowl of Madden Elite will be Beeman and his Saints colliding with Doc and his Titans. And Beeman, well, you've had just an absolutely impressive season. And you're going to go 16-0, absolutely impressive. You're going to go to the Super Bowl 18-0. You're going to go to the Super Bowl 18-0. I don't see you getting it done, man. And it's not anything on you. It's not anything on you. We can blame Snipes if we want. But in the end, when it comes to the big dance, the thing that gets it done time and time again, it's been efficiency. Okay? The Season 3 Super Bowl. OC went in there. He was carried by Joe Mixon, a one-dimensional attack, just like Doc. Just like Doc. And Mixon got it done for him. Now we call guys like OC and Doc that rely on their backs one-dimensional. But maybe we're doing them an injustice. What am I talking about? 69% completion percentage. 6 interceptions between 12 games. One-dimensional on the ground. Maybe we need to pivot on our thinking, and it's not one-dimensional on the ground, but it is ground and pound with efficiency at quarterback play. My prediction right now for the Season 5 Super Bowl champion is Doc and his Titans. Now, let me ask you this. Is there a better story to be told than that in the league? Like, this guy, Doc, he's competed at a high level the entire cycle. And many would say he's not been given the respect that he deserves. And at times, he's even gone on record saying just that. Well, Doc, I'm picking you to go all the way. Get it done. Let's do it. So, there's something we need to talk about. Something we need to talk about, okay? Like this box. Something we need to talk about. So, I have from time to time called out cheese on this show. I want to talk. We need to talk about something. We need to talk about something that's been going on for a few weeks, and some people have reached out to me and they're like, "Yo, Brad, this is going on. Why ain't you been calling this out?" And I witnessed it for my own this week. GPH, let's have a heart to heart, brother. Let's have a heart to heart. Your offense, and your defense might be some of the most one-dimensional play calling in the league. I don't know if one-dimensional is the word to use for it, but repetitive. On offense, it's the same couple of formations. On defense, you basically rotate between 2 plays and 3-3-5. I mean, everybody, I've heard multiple people talk about this. Same plays on offense, same plays on defense. I would say to everybody, make a consistent effort to expand your playbook. And like, I'm no one to be telling people how they should play because I suck, right? Like I suck really bad. Not as bad as Jeff. No, I'm sorry, Jeff. I mean, you can't fault me, Jeff. I'm filming this right after our game, so I mean, you give me a little slack, okay? But everybody should make a consistent effort to expand their playbooks. Like I try and do it. It's easy to like fall on the same thing over and over and over and over, and like there are times when like you do that, you know, like I mean I did that today when I played Jeff. There's a certain defense I felt was working pretty well on him, and it kind of covered all the variables of the same thing he kept trying to do to me over and over and over. So I mean, you know, but you should make the effort. And GPH, I think some people feel like you're not making the effort to expand the play call. Take it for what it is. I don't know. But speaking of people calling the same thing over and over and over and over, we got some cheese to look at. We got some cheese to look at. This is good. This is good. This is some real entertaining crap. We're gonna look at this. And then we're gonna talk about some crap that went down in this game that followed this. So, this collection of clips came from a game a couple weeks ago, or over this past week, but a couple sim advances ago. We saw Intellect and his Texans colliding with Freight Train and his Titans. Let's take a look at this. So, it's a first and goal, ball on the one, right? Intellect comes down to goal line formation. Right, he's taking his time. QB sneak. Looks like it should go in, right? Like, you would think that's it, but nope, Madden didn't give it to him. And now we have a second and goal situation. Ball on the one. 12 seconds left in the half. Let's see what happens. So, again, Intellect comes out in goal line formation. Let's see what he does. Second QB sneak in a row. And again, that one looked like it should have went in, but it didn't. But I also want to call something out here. Right? So, look at that user that Freight has. Okay. Moves him over to, what is that? The left hip of the defensive tackle. Okay, and then he slides him over to the right. And look at that. He comes up onto the line of scrimmage. Freight Train. That's against the rules. But anyways. We will. And I'm going to press play on this. And as soon as I press play on this, Intellect's going to hype the ball. So I think what happened here, I think Freight had his user and he was kind of bouncing between the two sides, trying to time the snap. He just jumped it a little early, but I mean, the rules do say you can't bring defenders up onto the line. I think the intent of the rule is to stop like cheesy blitzes, right? I don't really think this is what it is. I think Freight Train knows what's coming and it's a QB sneak, and there's not a lot of ways to defend it, but it is what it is. So, second QB sneak in a row. And bam. And also, if we go back and we look at that. Like, look. Freight moves his defender over to the right. And look at the way he takes the QB sneak. He takes it to the left. So, I mean, Freight knew what was coming. It was a QB sneak. I don't think that should be against the rules, what Freight did there, but I don't think there is. I mean, there's not a lot you can do to defend a QB sneak. All right, so third and goal, ball on the one. What's he going to do here? Ball on the one, what's he going to do here? Oh, this time he hands it off to the fullback and gets stuffed behind the line. And I think that might be it for the Cheese Fest. Yep, that's it for the Cheese Fest. So, the Cheese Fest. 2 QB sneaks in a row, followed by a fullback dive. That's a little bit cheesy. And to make it even worse, like if this wasn't season 5, Intellect probably would have been booted for the crap that followed. When all this crap was being talked about, Intellect in chat says, and I quote, I really don't care. And then Freight ends up scoring. Freight ends up like scoring again. And in the aftermath of him scoring again, the game DCs. The game DCs. And from my understanding, there's no, like, Intellect kind of goes MIA. And Freight's like, what, you quit? And then Freight finds out through Discord messages that Intellect's like, no, I'm going to bed. I don't care. Intellect says that it was just a disconnect. Was it? I don't think it was. Watching the game, I don't see no issues of connection or lag or anything like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure this probably wasn't an innocent disconnect. But, I mean, like Intellect says, I really don't care. And I quote, I really don't care. And I mean, I would say some other things, like I'll refrain. People are probably already going to be mad at me already enough for this, for even talking about this, you know. But I mean, it is what it is. Like the whole goal line run right there was pretty bogus, and the whole disconnect situation. If it really was a disconnect, my question is, why didn't Intellect immediately follow up with Coach and be like, yo, the game DC'd, I'm sorry, I'm going to hit the bed, man, take the win. That's not what happened. What happened was the game seriously disconnects. Freight's like, what the heck? And then Intellect's like, I'm going to bed. Pretty cheesy. But anyways. Remember, today is a day of celebration. As we wrap this up, remember, today is a day of celebration. It's a day of celebration, and I beat Jeff. I'm the Slayer of Jeff. And as the Slayer of Jeff, I bid you all a good day.